That ass get to shake it.
That.
Put this shark on your head.
Alright, Benny, you ready to start?
This is a state of solos. Absolutely disgusting. Dude, I was able to get up, make myself a nice fat hot pocket, pour myself a nice tall glass of some orange juice. I come back and the dude is still harvesting crops on the mountainside. All right, what's going on, guys? It's Chad. Welcome back to some more Warzone. Hopefully I'll have this video done before the fights start, but it is currently UFC 254 happening today. We got Khabib versus Justin Gaethje. I'm gonna watch the entire card from like, what is it? Since it's in Abu Dhabi, it's like at 10 o'clock, 10:30 or something like that. And then I think Khabib and Gaethje won't fight until sometime in the afternoon, maybe even kind of close to the evening. Top three fights, we got Alexander Volkov versus Walt Big Ticket Harris, Robert Whittaker versus Jared Cannonier, and Khabib versus Gaethje. Before I get too into talking about that stuff, so they actually ended up releasing this mode yesterday, I think it was. VR Solo Survivor. Battle Royale in the dark. You got Candy Collector and stuff like that as well. Still obviously have Zombie Royale. They're gonna keep that the whole time. So I asked for solos at night. So this is what we're gonna do. Why not? Not really sure where I'm gonna land or anything like that. I'm still not familiar enough with Warzone, to be honest. I kind of really need to get rid of my anxiety related to the entire thing. Basically what ends up happening is I get in the middle of a field, right? And I'm walking around, I'll kill a dude, full confidence, full ego, just push through. Then I sit there and start thinking from the perspective of anybody outside of that. And I'm like, do I think anyone heard that? And a lot of the time I just think in my head, it's likely that somebody probably heard it and I'm not sure where they are. And usually that would be the end of that thought train. But what has happened to me recently is I just think in the most irrational way possible. I'll straight out be standing in a building, then I will randomly just start slide canceling because I slightly crossed over a window where they could see the line of sight. I'm sitting around thinking that someone is about to Reddit clip my shit. They're staring on this ridiculous line of sight from like 300 yards away. They saw me enter the building there from like distance glass shards breaking or something like that. Or they just predict that I'm in that building. They decide to look over there. They see me cross or a shadow or something, and they perfectly time it where I'm crossing over and you got this little bit right there. Like, it's ridiculous, I know. But that's the type of shit that I think about. I think myself basically into a corner. And I think that's really what happens to a lot of players on this. And it's starting to happen to me. I don't know why it's happening to me. Is it new to me? That kind of pressure. I played a lot of free-for-all. I was used to people ending up behind me and stuff. I don't know what happened. Think of ridiculous shit. Here, when I'm playing this stuff, I'm gonna talk about my thought process as I'm playing this, all right? This isn't so bad, but I think I'm actually gonna stretch over. I'm gonna drop over in hills for old time's sake. I like the cul-de-sac over here. When you make it through all the buildings, you end up with at least a few $1,000s in cash or whatever. From that point forward, you can choose to either, you know, maybe even find someone that lands over here or kill someone in Promenade. Tall guy going here. I've wanted these solos in the dark for so long. I expected it to be more like night vision-y or whatever, but I mean, this is definitely along the lines of what I was thinking, though. There's a guy over there as well. Somebody was hiding over in the building over here. I just wasn't sure exactly who. There's more than one. So there's a guy over there and two in this building. Oh my, even the gulag is super dark. The only time I was really playing this was when I was playing that Zombies Royale. Renetti.
I'm fucking dead.
Okay, shit. Where do we go from here? I'm not even sure where to go when it comes down to solos and stuff. Everywhere feels like, oh, of course everybody landed over here. Of course there's gonna be at least two fully geared guys over here. Can't land in these really popular areas. So then I'm sitting here thinking, okay, I'm gonna go land off in these random ass obscure areas, right? But then what ends up happening is I get stuck out in the middle of these places, and this is where I'm overthinking. The fact that I don't even know where to land makes me want to just straight out leave the game. It bothers me that I don't have an actual answer to where I'm supposed to land. Yeah, I'm just supposed to guess and hope. Like, of course, yeah, it's an educated guess, but really, it's still a guess. I'm just such an indecisive person. That's not true. Why would I say I'm indecisive? I'm pretty decisive. I'm afraid to make decisions. If I have to make a decision, I will, but if I don't need to, I will not. I guess that's not that weird. This is the type of stuff that I'm talking about, though. I'm in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of dark solos. Somebody's out here. I will say, though, talking to you guys is making me comfortable. Maybe I should just pretend and talk to people more often. But this guy's on top of the building over there. I'm not exactly sure if he's fighting somebody on top of the building with him or if he's firing at someone beneath him. I don't even know if it's honestly even a good idea to go over there, but I don't really have any other leads and I have $1,200. It's this indecisiveness that I'm talking about. It's killing me. Literally. Oh, Walt Harris versus Alexander Volkov. I honestly think that Walt Harris actually has a pretty good chance at this. I think Volkov is a more, you know, technical fighter. But when you go and watch some of the fights and stuff, you know, he can make mistakes and stuff. People aren't perfect. The vehicle right next to that buy station. I'm not sure if somebody actually pulled up there and stopped to buy something or if that's just a regular vehicle. I just heard somebody put down either a smoke or something. I guess I could go over towards the quarry and see if I can catch anybody out. I don't know. Drive around and see if anybody's gonna come out over here. Cut off this side of the map and see if anyone shoots at us. Hopefully no one has a rocket launcher. All right, we'll get our free loadout. I mean, this guy that was probably over at that building had to come this way. Unless he rotated a long time ago. See, there's already only 45 people left. And I'm not really sure what I should go for. Should I go ghost here or do I go overkill? I kind of just want to snipe, but I just feel like somebody's gonna shoot me if I drive around over here. See, this is the type of shit I'm talking about. I'm wasting so much time because I know someone's looking at this. I'm just gonna fucking die. Whatever, goodbye, cruel world. So this guy's just gonna be staying in the building over there, but I don't really know if I want to fight him. I think he's gonna jump off the side and try to float down, yeah. I forgot I had restock. I'm not used to using it. All right, we're out of here. I think Walt Harris has a chance. I'm gonna go with Walt Harris on this. I just feel like, I don't know, somehow he can pull it together. This is bad. So there's a guy up here. He definitely sees me too because I have restock. He's gonna come to me, or he's gonna wait for me. Someone behind me too. Gotta fake him out a little bit. He's taking off. This guy's so scared of me, man. Oh, somebody blew up his truck. So I don't think this guy knew that I was being held out over here. I'm not entirely sure where he died exactly, though. I've spent so long trying to rotate around this guy because of his vehicle, and he just keeps posting me up. See, it's shit like that where I just would have straight up ego challenged everything. I don't care. Oh, cool. All right. Got a sniper rifle now. I can work with this. No vehicles on this entire side of the map anymore. Yeah, this is bad. I'm in such a shitty spot. That guy was held out. Still a really bad spot for me. I'm gonna call this in. Fuck. There's a sniper. This guy 100% is chilling up there. Okay, this guy over here got sniped off of the ladder, it looks like. Oh, fuck. Oh, jeez. I didn't know he was on the ground. I did not know he was on the ground. I can't believe he just straight up egoed me like that. I thought he was still just sitting up top or something. I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna spectate him until he dies. I think Walt Harris actually has the potential to, I think he probably isn't the favorite here. I would say that Volkov is probably the favorite based on what people saw what Overeem did to Walt Harris, but I think Walt Harris can actually pull that off. Whitaker versus Cannoneer. Now, in this fight, obviously Adesanya fought Whitaker and ended up beating him or whatever to win the title, and it was a great performance. It was crazy. Recently, he was saying that he hopes that Cannoneer wins. He wants to fight Cannoneer. He was saying that it's gonna feel like Sasuke versus Naruto type of shit. A part of me really wants Cannoneer to win, but my brain is telling me that Whitaker is just... In my head, whenever I see Whitaker win, I'm thinking about him, you know, using all of his footwork and stuff like that, and whenever I'm thinking of Jared winning, I'm thinking of him, like, laying somebody out. And it's hard to imagine Whitaker laid out. I mean, obviously, you've seen it with Adesanya, I guess, but I want Cannoneer to win. I'll go for it. As far as the main event goes, Justin Gaethje versus Khabib. In my brain, it is screaming at me, dude, just pick Khabib. You already know what he's gonna do to him. Just pick Khabib. But a part of me really would like Gaethje to actually win this. Really dramatically win this. Could you imagine what would happen to the MMA world if Justin Gaethje, round one, walks up and manages to somehow just straight up finish Khabib immediately, or just something along the lines of finishing Khabib. I watched Justin Gaethje beat up a person, and I'm a big fan of Tony Ferguson, and that shit hurts to watch. I would be lying if I said I wouldn't be interested in seeing what would happen to the landscape of everything if Khabib were to actually lose. But my brain is definitely telling me that Khabib is going to win. Like, yeah, I think Justin obviously can, you know, wrestle and stuff like that. We're always talking about it being like a secret weapon and stuff that he just never really uses because he likes violence. By the way, if you thought regular solos were campy, wait until you see nighttime solos. If you haven't played it yet, go ahead. You can literally sit in a bush, get up, make yourself some food, and no one will even find you. I'm not joking, I've done it. Top 5 situation, Peter Shrinklage. Oh, is that a play on Peter Dinklage? Don't you ever disrespect Tyrion? Oh, God. Ah! Both go down. The airstrike's coming over, but it didn't actually finish either of them. They both have self-revive. I'm assuming the third guy besides these two that got down. Oh, no, it's only one of them that's alive. Okay, so the one guy in the truck just evaporated. This dude got down. Peter's getting shot from the side. He's running out into the open instead of the other way. He decides to challenge him, though. Good return fire. The person that's shooting at him, I'm not entirely sure if Peter realizes that he's stuck in the middle here, though. He has no cover. Such an awful position to be in. Has no choice but to sit there and lay down like Swamp Thing in the dirt. He is reloading his weapon. FaZe Swag told him exactly what to build. Nick Merck's most accurate build possible here. He is armed to the teeth with the very best. Top 3 situation. He's staying here in the grass. Going over, he's deciding to peek over. The other player that was hitting him earlier, Joe Exotic, goes down. I don't know what he was thinking. He decided to sit there and lay down, but Peter's getting shot from the opposite side. He was pinched, but he has no gas mask. He's gonna have to run out. This is a terrible situation for him. What is he gonna do? He manages to make it out, but he gets finished. A Yeti Man 906. He doesn't seem to be really celebrating very much in-game. Maybe in real life he's popping champagne and shit like that. It's exhilarating, I'm sure. What an incredible accomplishment. So with Justin Khabib, I want Gaethje to win, but my brain is just, you know, telling me Khabib, so, you know, Khabib's the smart choice here. If you've gone through the training to really understand how to defend this type of wrestling, it's just... it's different. I don't know. Co-main, I'm gonna pick Cannonier just because he's on a hot streak. Adesanya mentioned him and stuff like that. It seems like somebody that he's interested in fighting. I'm sure for some good reason out there. So, you know, a part of that definitely influences. I'm excited to see what he can do. So I'm hoping Cannonier wins that. And then the third one, I'll go with Walt Harris. There's obviously a lot more fights on the card. The card is absolutely huge, but I probably wouldn't put any money on it based on the last few picks I've had. So do what you want with that one.